Wells. I go to Highline Community College. This is my winter quarterly report. So I like to start off saying the classes that I took is English Comprehension 1, and that is with Miss Owens. That first class I had, I feel that it was pretty much intense, I would say. It was a lot of writing I would try to work on. Um, first one, first one I had, it was I can't remember that word. Analyze.
Analysis.
So analysis, excuse me. And basically, I had to pick a song that I chose. And my song was Kendrick Lamar, "Love Myself." Um, Basically, I had to give summarize what the song was based off about, and give a response, and um, put in a quote to it, and respond to that quote, and also give a little more detail of like a personal experience into it. For that one, it was a little difficult, but I managed to understand the proper things I needed to do. My next class was Communications 220. Now, that class was pretty fun because I like really talking to everyone, and my research was perspectives on black students in education. Basically, people will want to judge students based off the way they look and how they present themselves, and they put false judgment. And my speech was basically trying to explain that this is what you should not do, and how you should actually come towards that person who's being false judged in education. Now, my next class is DGS, African American Experiences. That was 137. Basically, that class was basically giving you a whole tool of what African American is. Is it really African American, or is it just black? Now, it also helped you how to respond to a video, be really critical on what you're trying to understand when you're watching a video, and give real good feedback onto what you're trying to do and trying to get across. One thing I learned is us as men, we seem to have a very straightforward say so about what we want to say, and sometimes we be too firm with the conversation, but we managed to get it done.
Okay, Jamar, so you've told us about some of the things that you've learned in your classes.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm wondering is, did you use any support or accommodations or resources to be successful in those classes?
So for my English class 101, I used a note taker. So I used one of my note takers. She's very good at the writing, so I used that. And then I also used my extra time on my tests too as well, like vocabulary tests and everything. For my communications class, I didn't actually use one. My resource I used was the library on both classes, English and communications. So, and then my DGS class, pretty much the library. And I did also my book as well. Like I had to, it was Between the World and Me in my English class. I used that for my auditory book, so I had to hear to listen, so I could listen to it.
So you got your book so you could see it, and then in another version so you could hear it being read to you?
Yes, correct. So, and what else? Pretty much really the quizzes and basically note takers and auditory books, and then the library, and sometimes the writing center when I need them. So yeah, pretty much it.
All right. So Jamar, now it's time to talk about your grades.
Mm-hmm.
What grade did you earn in English 101?
I earned a 2.7 in English.
Nice.
So it was pretty, yeah.
How about Communications 220?
A 4.0 in Communications 220.
And DGS 137, African American Experience?
It was a 2.4?
3.6.
3.6?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Now I'm trying to film and click. Forgive me. Let's go to your GPA and report out on that. Your cumulative GPA for winter quarter, that means the Average of all your classes for just that quarter was 3.43. Your cumulative GPA over the entire time that you've been at Highline College and all of the classes you've taken here is 3.27. Your college level GPA, that means classes that are 100 and above that are college level credits, is 3.13. You have earned 35 college level credits. That's awesome.
Yes.
And you have earned 58 total credits. That means some of the classes weren't college level, but that's totally fine.
Great.
Congratulations.
I'm very surprised myself.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
But now we've got to move on to the next part of this report,
Check.
which is campus.
Cool.
So, Jamar, what kind of things have you done on campus winter quarter?
So pretty much I'm involved in the ICC and Cultural Affairs, aka known as close to the CLS, Center for Leadership as well.
So the ICC, is that a place on campus?
Yes, it's a place on campus that people, it's based off social justice. It's really mainly trying to get a good view of social justice and open-minded people who's trying to help the community be a better place and understand that everyone has different priorities and needs that can help you as well. Pretty much, I get to interact with students and get to meet new students, and basically, if you have time, you can do your work there. You can sleep there. Basically, it's like a little chill spot for all people who wants to,
Do you just hang out there, or do you have a specific role in the
So,
ICC?
My specific role is really interacting with students, get them involved in school, get them involved in the programs and the clubs that's in school. So, like, for one, it's the First Friday for Leadership. So I kind of walk around and let people know that, First Friday Leadership basically is students can come in and they have speakers, keynote speakers that be talking about certain situation that it involves the community, like what you can do to get involved in the community too as well. If you earn up to 5, if you attend 5 First Fridays, you will get a certificate from them as well. Pretty much, it's a place where you can actually still learn and gain more knowledge into it, and also get to involve with people as well.
So I understand that the Intercultural Center, they offered you a paid student leadership position this year, but you were already working and you weren't able to commit to them, but now you volunteer actively as a leadership initiative team member and perform some of those duties that you just told us about. About how many hours a week do you spend with them, do you think?
So this quarter, well, the quarter before, I spent at least 2 days, so that's 2 hours a week each. So, and then what happens is, usually I'll go in there and open up the clean up, make sure everything's clean in the ICC, and then open it up. And if Doris wants us to write anything on the board for people to know what's going on.
Doris is your supervisor, correct?
Yes, she's my supervisor. If she wants us to write anything that's on the board, we'd do that and basically give people the information. And if anyone has any questions about it, I can give them more detail. Also, she has us usually writing this journal, talking about our experiences on that day, what happened, like who you meet. She always wants to know who you met or what surprised you, what went wrong, what can you do better. She always wants to better you, make you better into your communication and your professional life. So yeah.
Awesome. And in addition to, so it sounds like you attend the First Fridays, you volunteer, you're a part of the Leadership Initiative team. I think that you've attended some student government meetings. Is that true?
True. I attended one, I believe. It was one of them. That one was pretty in there. I slightly don't remember that much about it.
That's okay. You don't have to remember
So-
everything about it.
So,
One of the things that I know, if I might add, is you've definitely exceeded your expectations in campus involvement, that you're very much involved in volunteering, participating, and then using campus resources. Now we're on to the career section. So, Jamar, you are working during winter quarter, so up until March 24th or something. Where did you work?
I'll get Lids. Lids is a hat store. I've been working there for almost 1 year and maybe some months now. Pretty much everything that I have gained from LIDS is basically also a thing from my school as well. I always try to be consistent in my job that I do. Pretty much now I am very advanced of doing almost everything in there. Sometimes if I don't remember, they don't worry about like, oh, why you don't know this, they'll help me. They don't mind helping me. They want me to be better. They know that I can do it, so they just trying to keep making me be consistent on my job. I actually have one video on my other phone that I actually did an embroidery where you can put a name on a hat. Pretty much, I have one at home. I can
Hopefully you'll be showing that video in your capstone portfolio.
definitely.
Yeah.
So I can show you also a hat that I embroidered and a hat that I can do on the job for it. So yeah.
So something exciting happened on that job that you found out online about your paycheck.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
What happened?
another thing, I got a little bonus raise actually that was pretty good. Like I was first at what, $9.47, then I'm at $11 an hour. So I was pretty bummed out that situation. I didn't know that it happened until I
You were bummed out that you got a raise of almost $2 an hour?
not like bummed out, but I was
Bummed out that you didn't know?
Yeah, that I didn't know. Yeah, that I did not know. I was like, wait a minute. I was just like, 11? What did it? No, that's not right. That was $9.40. No, okay. And I had to ask someone, so I asked him. It's like, yeah. You just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're gonna keep going up. I was like, all right then.
Yeah.
I keep doing it. So therefore, I just try to stay consistent on doing everything I need to do. Not too long ago, my boss actually gave me a shout out on how much embroidery percentage that I had and how much donations that I had. So I earned up to 6 donations. So everyone, I will ask them, would you like to donate $1 to autism donation? And they say yes. So each dollar, just donate $1. That's it. And then if they want, would you like any stitching on the hat, or what would we like to get stitched on the hat? And they just be like, oh well, we can get this, and I just do that, and I can show them, and it's pretty cool.
All right.
Yep.
So now we're thinking about your next step, and I think that something pretty cool happened employment-wise. I think it might have happened in spring quarter. Did it? The next job?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happened during spring quarter.
Okay, that's fine. We'll talk about that in next steps. Okay, so your short-term career goal.
Short-term career goal as of now is to stick at LIDS for the time being until I get an internship in welding that I want, and then from there on move forward.
Your long-term career goal.
My long-term career goal is to be a welder. Specifically, maybe pipe welding as my general one, and if I can do all, I will do all. As for career, as long as I can.
All right. Now, this spring quarter.
This spring quarter.
What are you registering for spring quarter for your final quarter in Achieve?
So, I am registered for English 205 and 146.
Math 146.
Math 146 and as stats.
Can I help to explain a little bit about the Math 146?
Sure.
So Damar is taking Math 146 with his Umoja, I don't know if I pronounced that right, cohort, as an independent study. So on his transcript, it will be Math 293 in order to modify some of the curriculum.
So that basically we're set up to have certain aspects like what I should be doing, like what goals I'm trying to reach in that class, and what I need to do to be better at my number wise of my stats and data wise. So pretty much understanding the data and how to read data and how to figure out what weighs out in the data. In my English 205, I'm pretty much trying to...
Oh, you can wait and tell us about this next quarter if you'd like.
Okay.
All right. So are you planning to graduate in June?
Yes, I am planning on graduating in June.
And are you going to run away, or do you have more school? Are you working on a school plan past this? You talked about your long-term goal. What are you doing after Highline?
After Highline, I plan on a register for RTC, aka Renton Tech. So I want to join the welding program there. Pretty much, it's coming forward. I just need to keep on progressing into it, so I'll be ready to go.
Thank you very much, Jamar.
Thank
This
you.
concludes your report.
Alrighty.